Hello and welcome back once again, my friends. Hambbage here. And yeah, a little bit humbled, I gotta admit. Last episode, I was racing out the door. England had scored a goal in the UEFA European Championships, and it didn't work out well after a full-length game, two overtimes and penalties. But it was an entertaining game. I enjoyed it. So glad to have you all back here, and let's get back after some Minecraft, huh? So we've got Colormatic, and that's a good thing. Let's get our world loaded. Apologies in advance for any hiccups, burps, anything like that. We had some desert heat chicken wings and couple of couple of good old fashioned Coors Lights before the game was over. So typically I don't partake at all before launching up this world. If I do, it's usually at the end of a long play session, and I'll just have a beer while I'm playing up a last episode. But this time had those in advance, so hopefully that doesn't have a catastrophic effect. But if anything terrible should happen, let that be a reminder to all of you. Oh boy, that we we need to be mindful of what alcoholic beverages can do to our responsiveness. So we're working our way down. We need to go 4 down, 3 more levels below our spawner here. Uh-oh. Oh boy. I didn't realize we were this low. I guess we hope for the best, and this is it, huh? Wow. Yeah, when I was taking the screenshot, I didn't even look at the Y coordinate, the depth, but we are not deep enough. Huh. Okay. Well, it's all right. You got to work for the good things in life, and we get a lot of gold out of the deal. So, this is our exit. Let's switch these out. Okay, we can make this work. So this will be down. Oh. Um. I hope this can work. Need to fill these. Oh, we still got one more gold here. Missed that. Okay, fill in the corners. Huh. This is gonna be our side. Let's put a light up there. Oh wow, this feats of engineering strength here. Can we everything where we need it to be. If we do that there, let's put these back up. 4, 5, 6. Now this is still at the same level, so in theory, everything back here is good. We went 2. So here, here, here. All right, so the idea is we drop a block there. What did I want this one slab for? Was that in addition to the... Here's my slabs. Was that in addition to the glass? It might have been. Me need a ladder there. That's not ideal. Oh, because we broke all the... torches there. Let's go ahead and wall this off. Ooh, double clicked. So they should still spawn everywhere in here. Question is going to be... let's go here. Here. So all our hopper fun plans are out. They're completely done. So what we now have to wonder is if we do this and this. Seriously? Now, when I first started making these, you put a whole row across the back, pushed everything through, made a channel, ran them to a corner, and then went. But if you're up high enough, you can then put some depth in. So then you like cut out these corners, right? And all the water keeps flowing. And by flowing out of the corners, it's always got to push to the edge, and it'll bring everything into the middle, and therefore you're all set. Everything's good. We don't have that. So what I'm hoping is by pushing the corners, we can maybe continue that effect. But the trick is we don't want the water to push it back. So all that pushes out one. Let's try to fix this. So we go here, 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 and here. Go under, come back up. We don't. Oh, wow. Let's do one here. See, I don't like that push to the sides, but I think it will all come back. Back to sword. And let's go here. Here. All right, two more. Eat. So there. And there. All right, fingers crossed, everything is pushing in the right direction. So let's go get some more water just in case. Let's switch the buckets. Now, oops. Now we got a little bit of a situation. let's... We won't really need these anymore. Ooh, we don't want to use the mossy. Let's do... box there. Oh, we still haven't figured out our way out. That's something to think about, you know, just on matter of principle. So this would be a great place for the tinted glass. If we had that, we could prevent our light in the room from coming back into the spawning chamber, and we could still see through. So that would be a great option. We're not there yet, though. We haven't found an amethyst. So without having, shall we call them light hacks, let's actually hang on to that. Let's cook the gold. We aren't going to need the hopper now, unfortunately. We can merge these two. And let's just swap them. Don't need a second water bucket. Don't need a whole bunch of cobble. Put that, oh, what did I just, I guess it was something appropriate. That away, that away, that away. Already got more arrows, that's good. Let's go ahead and take all our wool. Not that it's much. Shears. Let's go try to get some more wool. I didn't even look at the sun. Still got lots of time. All right, where's the sheep? There's some sheep. Let's go get them. So we want to carpet the whole kind of hangout area so that nothing will spawn in it, but we can remove the torches because we want to keep that area as dark as possible, because right now with the glass, all of that will reduce the spawning of the skeletons in the chamber. We don't want to do that. We want as many skeletons as possible. So we'll just load up on wool. Alright, a couple more ready to go. I don't know how many we need exactly down there, but I would, you know, just as soon have as much area as possible down there. And you. You. And you again. Okay, that's going to be plenty. So a very nice, shining, pristine white carpet. And that should prevent the need for torches. It's going to make it dark, tough to see down there. But it also should keep us safe, hopefully. carpets. Moment here. Be right back, guys. All right, sorry for the delay there. As I said, Euro just happened, and for any of you that were watching the last episode, it was my sister that actually let me know, hey, they scored a goal, and it was 2 minutes into the first half of the game. Usually, with soccer, you can kind of wait forever to see a goal. So I thought I'd had a bit of time to wrap up the last episode. Well, there's some carryover. I did talk to my dad right after the game. I was like, hey, man, need a minute or are we good? He's like, no, I'm good. He's very pragmatic when it comes to sports and that kind of stuff. Doesn't really get carried away or thrown off the handle. And it's like, the better team won. And to that, good sportsmanship, right? There was no cheating or anything like that. I thought, as an American, if anybody watched the game, there was one point where a guy did what in American football we call a horse tackle. Basically grabbed a guy's jersey and pulled him down. And I was like, man, that's a red card. That's my inclination. But I understand the yellow instead. It's a championship game. You don't want to decide things. And a red card is huge in soccer. That takes a man off the field for the remainder of the game. Not only does the guy that gets the penalty get kicked out, but you can't replace him on your team. You've then got to play a man down for the rest of the game. So, I can see why they didn't call it, and I don't know the rules of soccer enough. Some of the European viewers may rightly feel very strongly that was not a red card. You certainly can convince me that I'm wrong. It'd be easy enough. All right, so advantages of having the glass are that you can kind of peek in and see let's get ourselves back. Let's try breaking this block. All right, I think this is what we want to do. I think this will push everything, whether they kill each other or I kill them. I think that will carry everybody into the hole. And we can kind of chill here and just to wait for the aftermath. And what I wanted to do, why am I? So I cannot get into that water. I'm worried that there's light up on this side that I'm missing. Let's... Oh, that's just bleeding through. So the chamber itself is dark. That's good. So we're good there. And all we're really looking at here is bleed through from this torch. Oh, can't do that. And of course this one, which at the moment we need. We'll carpet all this. Let's see, it's interesting. If we stay standing up, they don't see our feet. But if we... Oh, they're good. Oh, so the outside ones can see us, and they'll actually shoot into our human skeleton buffer here. Human buffer? I don't know. Skelly buffer? So let's go get some more wool and finish that out and fully darken it. And we'll want to get... Oh, let's leave it for now. Again, we'll want to use our iron sword when we actually start farming there, because just that many swings without any kind of mending or anything will eventually wear down this sword pretty quick, and having the smite on it, that's too much of an advantage not to use. So let's sleep. Get a sip here. Time to start rehydrating after the few midday beers. Usually I'm a beer or two in the evening before I go to bed, but a little bit extra this morning. Afternoon. Game started at 1, so it's truly a midday. Ooh. I don't know if we got him. That Enderman has been blooting about over there for a while now. He's still around. There we go. Looking very carefully. All right, so what's our advantage now? Well, aside from catching that edge, the big mistake that we made, and I didn't say anything about it, but I kind of thought about it at the time, was we made pants when we had pants and boots left to go, right? And we used our 7 of 10, I think. I think we have... Oh, that's a chicken. We left ourselves just short. I think we have one diamond at the moment. So we had 8, and we went ahead and made pants. Well, the problem was pants gave us a half an armor shirt in the right down here. So we have armor shirts, right? We were down 1. We made pants. We got half. The boots would have made us half as well. But we went for the more expensive item, and for no appreciable difference. Problem is, we didn't account for making an enchantment table, and we could have. That's just the bummer, right? We could have certainly swapped that out and gotten a pair of boots, had an extra diamond, made an enchanting table, and while we're not right there yet, we're close enough that we could start making bookcases soon enough and had a fully ready to go enchanting table. So I think 21 is going to be enough. Let's keep these because we may want to switch them out and make a higher glass wall. We've got an iron sword. I think that's enough. We can use it up and go. Let's put these away. We don't need them. All right, let's get back down to our little farm here. Again, well, we can get some XP out of this farm. And at this stage, it's, you know, folks that are used to people speed racing to the dragon are going to say, oh man, you're so far in, you've been wasting all this time. Yeah, you're right. But relative progress, we're about at that stage and we're pretty early. So the XP that we do get here is going to be very welcome. That's good stuff. So tangent, but let's fill up all these. So now we can still get in and out. We can now break off these torches. And again, apologies for getting dark here, but that's kind of the... Oh, with the carpet. Huh, that's interesting. Now, I'm definitely getting arrows and bones. Am I getting all the XP, though? I think so. I mean, 33, we're almost to level 34. So, oh, what do we get? Power 2 bow. Nice. And even before we get to enchanting, we should be able to sort this out. Now, here, still got 15. Gonna need to break these, I believe, just based on what we saw here. And that'll go up. Now we can break that. Darker and darker. I don't know. Okay, that just took time to update. It's like, I don't know what light is coming through there. So now we should be fully dark. Maximum spawning. And this is the bummer, right? We don't just get one-shot kills on all these guys. So it uses up our swords quicker, all that stuff. But I think if we replace this with a trapdoor, I hope we'll still be safe, and I think we can then get through. Let's just use this sword down. I don't know if it's really necessary. I don't think things are getting stuck on the backside of that sign. That's my concern. And I think that with the trapdoor, we might be able to go in there and see, if there's just a backlog of XP baubles, we'll keep it that way. If there's nothing new when we go around it, then we know we're set and just leave as is. And again, with tinted glass, now we could make that room fully lit and hang out in relative comfort and ease. May as well just do all this. I'm going to hang on to this power 2 bow. Let's make a couple more chests if we don't have some. Just waiting. And let's get that. When we do get enough oh, hey, look at that. We almost got a full stack. So let's put these chests away. We don't need them yet. Let's make another iron sword. Lots for that. We still may want to expand the windows. Hey, look at that. Another sword. And our bone meal is going to be through the roof, right? Between the little bit that we were getting from the salmon hunting and then all these bones. When we do start farming, we're going to be set. I'm not worried about this yet. If we do, I think we'll wait until we can get tinted. And right now we got a viewing area. But let's go down and just run this farm for a bit. See what other goodies we can get. And then we can set up our workflow to just, do a section, come over, clear the skeletons. Do a section, and kind of work in this direction, right? Make our basement grow in that way. You can already see a guy down there. Yeah, we'd have to raise this roof section and put in more glass to see more. But we don't. Oh, I was going to get trapdoors. Forgot. Well, that's... Got some gold boots. Nope, not there. Too soon. Mm, 21, I don't think we have enough. Can maybe bring down some more cobble and fill that up to the point where it's a level floor all the way around. By the bed. The good news is we can eventually scrub that. We'll just start dumping bows for now. So we want to make a trapdoor. And we should get the slab back, but we've got more. So we're going to break one and hope they don't mob us before we get the next. In fact, let's do that. Yeah, definitely need to clear out this hallway. But I'd like to get this operating here at full efficiency. Okay, so rather than risking their aggro, so now we can at least get in here. Ooh, okay. Come on. That got exciting. Let's put everything back. I want to have... We don't need a bow. So let's put those there, just in case we need to switch this. Okay, that doesn't work. Sadly. And I still think we're okay. I don't think we've been... That's a broken arrow. But based on the bones, you know, right there we got XP. And I think, despite not being quite able to, so I'm crouching right here and I can't go, I'm also trying to go forward. You know, here's, and I just stop. So between carpet and that half slab, I don't have enough room to squeeze through that little gap. Oh. Sorry, I was just checking the time and hiccuping. And this is, again, why we're just going to use iron swords down here. These are the kind of situations where I often used to get the advancement for getting the diamond hoe. Because you just sit here and whack away. Clearly, this is not ideal, right? There's some ability for them to stick on each other, which is far from perfect. Whereas if you have a water elevator up and then a drop down, here they won't push into each other. So the most you can have at a time is, you know, 2, maybe 3 that you're hitting with your sword. Sweeping edge, yeah, you can get a few more, but they're going to, you know, 2 of them are going to sit in this block, and then the rest just kind of queue up behind them. And so you can build up a bunch in the water out behind. If they're dropping from the ceiling, then they don't have anywhere to go. They can't stand on each other's heads, and that's where you get masses. It's kind of like the darkroom spawner. You get masses of mobs sitting on top of each other, to the point where if you get too many, they'll start despawning or dying due to mob cramming. So you can do much better than this. The problem is this spawner is too low. That's why in the last world, in Slow Cooker, I say the last world, the world that we still have sitting in mothballs, we didn't use that spawner because it was the same situation. You can't go low enough to drop the mobs. And had I known this one was new, I probably would have given up on it too, but I thought we were a little higher up. And fortunately, we just got these couple spots. So eventually, we can create a elevator here, shoot them up, go over, drop them back down at this end of the room. That'll still be our room. We'll still have the spawner area, and we can just watch them come down and drop and one-shot kill them right over there. So it can still be salvaged to be an efficient farm, but that's what you see, that they get stuck on each other. And I don't know why we got that extra light. Whatever it was, it went away. It's weird. But obviously, a good way. We're not AFKing or anything. We're not sitting around waiting for them to spawn. And as far as production rates go, a little quicker than I think what we would have just in a pure dark room until it really gets going. Because kind of see it. And I think that light may be the spawner itself. Let's go back, and if we get to another pause here, I'm not going to walk away while it's throwing mobs at us. See how it went dark there? So I think that's when the spawner is inactive. You all may already know that. I don't know. So see how it just lit up out there? That's where I believe the spawner, and they're getting stuck. And it's not that it's not impossible, because again, we pushed out the floor one so that all the water around the three squares can all push in. And if you have two kind of counterbalancing themselves, yeah, they'll hold each other out of this direct flow in, kind of sit on the corners, but it just takes one more to upset that balance and bring them in, or breaking one. So let's see if we can watch this. So see the flames in the spawner, and see how it's a little bit light? When they're going, it should glow, and then I think it will actually at times cycle off. See, there it kind of went dark. Didn't exactly reflect the spawner graphic. See if we back up a little bit, if that makes any difference. We can just watch it kind of fill up and see how he's stuck. So none of these can drop into the hole until we've cleared it out. If these are all getting whisked to an elevator that takes them up, there's no backlog there. They just keep cycling through. They'll go up, and then when they fall down here, they'll all land on top of each other, so that doesn't create this backlog. And that's a flaw. Obviously, it's a flaw. You just can't kill as many at a single swipe. So we knew going in this was going to be an inefficient farm, but we can still do relatively well for ourselves early on. And the main takeaway here is, one, getting early levels so we can max enchant at a very early. See, and that's where they're stuck. Then when they come in single file, they're all going to fall. So yeah, we can rack up some levels here very easily, and we now have 2 full stacks of arrows, which we have no, without infinity, you're so at the mercy of the arrows. And once you've got arrows, you're good. And we've already got a power 2 bow. We can just start combining that with anything else that might fall to us. Let's go back over here and watch for a second. You can just start building upon building on those, and racking up some pretty good enchants without any enchanting table whatsoever. Yeah, you have to spend a couple levels, but it's a throwaway bow, right? You're not doing anything, and we've gone from level 31, 32, something like that at the beginning of this episode, to almost 40 without really doing anything at all. So for a couple pieces of iron here and there. And again, we don't have to crouch. We can just chop their feet. And the spawner, I should say, the spawner is the rare exception to, with the darkroom spawner, we talk about we want to be X number of blocks away from the spawner because mobs won't just spawn right on top of us, right? Like if we're standing right here, even without the carpet, if there was carpet like there and there, no mobs are going to spawn right next to us. That's just a game mechanic. It doesn't want to put a mob, spawn in a creeper right behind you. That would be it would be something. It would be really challenging. But when you have a spawner, you get, you saw it while we were trying to finish up and clear the torches. There were skeletons spawning all around us. So it doesn't care where we stand relative to it. And that's why we can stand at these windows and watch as skeletons spawn in without any negative effect. We talked about it. I don't think this really has any bearing. I think the cobble is sufficient to prevent light in, but if we're concerned about it, we can just double up that wall, make it a little bit darker. And as you guys hopefully can see, it gets pretty darn dark down here. Speaking of which, it's been a couple episodes. Oh, there I go, using my good sword again. It's been a couple episodes since I've had a homemade thumbnail. Not to Not to mention my frustrations with Paint.net and trying to do the text, I just haven't gotten good screenshots. Even when we were trying to grab the coordinates, I came back in the last episode thinking, all right, what do we want to do here? And it was kind of a fail. So we'll do a cryptic torches in the mine. Just to let anybody that doesn't know, hey, we got a mine down here. I think for the moment at least, that's going to do us. We got a functioning farm. It's working. We got up to level 38. We got a bunch of arrows, so now we can use a bow pretty willy-nilly without having to worry. And we got a screenshot. We'll be back. Likely another episode here today in my recording day. I'd like to keep one more coming. At least one more, if not more than that. But for now, I'm going to go take a break, get outside. We got smoky skies again, guys. I hadn't been out until heading over to the game, but yeah, there's a fresh haze. I guess that there's a fire out there somewhere, and that may have explained some of those earlier plane launches for us. Support the BIPOC community and creators. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally lost. I don't know what BIPOC is, but go BIPOC. We support you, whatever you may be. Keep after it. Yeah, have a good break. I'm going to have one, and I'll be back here shortly to get some more Minecraft. Now we get our farm going. I think one more for sure in the basement, doing some more mining. Really like to get those remaining diamonds out of the way. And now we need to start pushing our farms because we're going to need cows. We may go on a cow ranging episode, though, now that I think about it. We've got cows close by. We certainly won't hurt them. They are our sacred cows, and at least for the time being until they have a bunch of kids. But they're sacred for the moment. We don't want to hurt them. But we've got lots out in the periphery that we could go after, kind of jumpstart our leather production. And see where that brings us. So a couple more adventures in the works at least. And then, before too terribly long, I think we'll be going after the dragon. So stay tuned for more. If you guys are enjoying, please consider giving me a like or a comment. Let me know what you're enjoying. And subscribe if you want to keep track of when we're about ready to go after that dragon. But for now, and as always, stay awesome out there. Take care of yourselves.